Busting Indy Myths Part 29. And in this Busting Indy Myths, we are going to look at the oft-heard myth that if Scotland were already independent, if Scotland were already separate, then it would never want to join the Union. It would never want to create a united kingdom. And the Scottish nationalists say this as if they've thought up like a really clever thing that you can't gainsay, that you can't disagree with. When in fact, on the contrary, this point helps us to articulate the value of what we have today. And what we would say to them is that if Scotland were already separate, it would definitely create a new united kingdom. It would definitely come together with England and Wales and Northern Ireland, and it would definitely form one big country. It would definitely do that, and it would do that for all the reasons that the Union is a good thing to stay part of right now. And those things are economically, to pool and share our resources, to help our closest neighbours in their time of need, and to be helped by them when we are in need. Socially, to be British, which is to say to be part of the wider community of these islands, and to enjoy the benefits which come from that shared identity. And you know, we always say Scottish nationalists want to narrow our identity down to Scottish only, whereas as part of the United Kingdom, we can have a even bigger identity because we can be Scottish and British. We can have that dual identity. And we're definitely about encouraging people to expand their sense of identity in that way. And culturally, to enjoy the precious birthright which we all enjoy, the rich cultural inheritance which naturally belongs to everyone who identifies with all parts of these islands, wherever we may live in them, and regardless of where in the UK that value comes to you from. So when you identify as part of the United Kingdom, then you can enjoy the cultural inheritance that comes from England. And in England, you can enjoy the cultural inheritance that comes from Scotland. If you're in Northern Ireland, you can enjoy the cultural inheritance that comes from Scotland, England and Wales, and vice versa, and so on, for every part of the United Kingdom. So economically, socially and culturally, it makes sense. So basically, if Scotland were separate, we would want to rejoin, or we would want to join in the first place, the Union for all the benefits of association which come from being in Union. We would want to create a United Kingdom for all the reasons that the United Kingdom is a good thing right now. So that's an easy point to address. And it's also worth noting that the sort of Scottish nationalist who will ask, why would Scotland ever want to join a British Union, is usually the same Scottish nationalist who will be falling over himself to join the European Union. And there seems quite a lot of them for some strange reason. They love the UK, they love the EU, it seems, more than they love the UK. And that really doesn't make any sense. You know, we actually spoke about that in our book, One Big Country, where we said, many Scottish nationalists love the EU more than they love the rest of the UK. They want to throw away our centuries-old union and turn their backs not only on the rest of the UK, which is Scotland's biggest trading area, but on the very people who are often their closest family. And for what? It is especially ridiculous because the United Kingdom represents the very thing that the European Union aspires to be. Think about it. And what we did was we quoted an excerpt from an article which describes how the political benefits which we have in the UK and which have been built up over centuries is what the EU themselves would love to have, if only it could. For example, the article that we quoted from says this: "Here are some essential ingredients for a successful sovereign multinational union: an effective single currency covering a highly integrated economic area, along with fiscal, by which is meant tax, risk sharing and wealth redistribution across that area, such as the Barnett Formula, a comprehensive single market in goods and services is also a key requirement. Then you need a single risk-free sovereign debt market, a banking union, a united foreign security and defence policy, deep cultural and family ties, shared values, unlimited, uncontentious free movement of people within that area, representative institutions with real power and usually popular legitimacy, a shared head of state and similar legal traditions, and a shared mother tongue is useful too." And all of these things we have in the UK. All of these things we already enjoy politically. The UK provides all of these things for Scotland, ready-made, but still the SNP and Greens want to break away from those things and join an EU which has precious few of those things, if any. So the fact is, if Scotland were already separate, we would want to recreate a united kingdom for all the political benefits of association which come from being in union. Folks, thus ends Busting Indy Myths, Part 29.